Hello, friends, and welcome back to Error Code Blueberry, an unassuming Destiny podcast. My name is chillybin.
My name is Meckii.
This right here is episode 13. We are back into, I don't know, our normie clothes to signal that the spooky season is over. It is now November. Fuck me, where is this year gone? Um, God, we've done 13 of these. It's November. What is happening? Um, anyway, it's a quiet period now. We're into the when you have like a holiday, you maybe eat too much and then you need at least a day to like flush it all out. It's like that, but for like 5 weeks.
Content coma.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Bungie have kind of said this that November this year, it's kind of a time to play catch up. It's a down period between Festival of the Lost having just finished. Then we've got the 30th anniversary stuff coming up, beginning of December, and there's basically no story drops. Everything's kind of done as far as that stuff goes. So it's time for seasonal challenges. It's time for triumphs and seals and just kind of, I don't know, doing all that stuff that you didn't have time for earlier in the season.
Now is the time for fucking around. February will be the time for finding out.
Yes, yes. Thus commences the fucking around. I think yeah, you said this before we started. Like you played the game for like about a half hour this week. Um, since reset this week, I have opened the game for all of 5 minutes, just to quickly check like if there was any of those notifications that come up and remind me that I've forgotten about something or something that's actually happening in the game. Despite it being Iron Banner this week, there wasn't anything. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I jumped in, did I think my Crucible bounty, and Pinnacle, and then I went and grabbed a bunch of Iron Banner pinnacles and started on those.
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time I'd gotten around to jumping into those, it was like 9 o'clock at night. And I just wasn't feeling it, so I jumped off.
Yeah. And when we were kicking around what to make this episode about, that was kind of where we landed, is wanting to talk a bit about like having a healthy balance when it comes to playing a game with a weekly grind.
Yeah.
And all the sorts of things that we do that aren't Destiny. Like we're not going to just talk at length about other games. We're going to definitely talk about Destiny on the show. That's what we do. But wanting to just like talk about what we're going to be doing at the moment while there's not much going on.
That's it, right?
Yeah,
Good gaming hygiene.
that's it. Yeah. So, I mean, off the bat, I've been playing a couple of other things here and there, trying out some games that I had meant to. Shout out to Inscription, currently burrowed into my brain. Forza Horizon 5 drops basically tonight, I think.
Big Animal Crossing update tonight too.
Yep. Age of Empires 4. Fucking honestly, shout out to Xbox Game Pass on PC. Because a lot of these I've just been able to grab and like try out, and I'm like, oh, actually, Age of Empires 4 is pretty good, but man, have I forgotten how to play an RTS. It's really it's really challenging just to like do the basics. And yeah, some other bits and pieces around like that. Like Unpacking came out, also on Game Pass, which is pretty rad for them. So yeah, it's a good time to like maybe play less Destiny and try some other stuff. This is typically for us like when we've started Minecraft servers all over again and just like fucked around in a Stardew farm or something like that. But every now and then we're just like, we'll do a raid, just like on and off week. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
And we've just for context, we've both got a little bit of a background in psychology and we know about the impact of burnout and fatigue firsthand, but also through studying
I mean, I
psychology.
got burnt out in my fucking real job, my whole ass adult job.
Exactly. I think I said today burnt out on existence.
Yeah.
But it is, I think it's healthy that even if you absolutely adore a game, it's your most favorite game on earth, you would like, I think a few of us have our favorite games tattooed on us. Like, I think it's healthy
Hmm.
to want to take a break from something even if you adore it. Like, I think it's healthy to get a little fatigued on the things you commit all of your time to. I think if you're not getting fatigued or you don't want to take breaks, then it becomes an issue. And I think we
Yeah.
need to destigmatize not only content creators being allowed to take breaks from the content, like the games that they base their content on and doing other things, but
Hmm.
also everyone else. You're allowed to step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's it's, I think, yeah, destigmatize is a good word to use because the thing that I've, the last, I don't know, year or so that we've been playing this game, the thing I've found, there's sort of a period at, like about this point in a season where it's like, okay, kind of done most of the stuff I want to do, and I get that feeling of like, well, am I annoyed at the game? Is it frustrating? Do I miss? Is there not enough to do? Am I annoyed at the grind to like get to certain things that I'm not doing? And it's like, no, actually, like maybe listen to that, and like that's a signal to, okay, I'll take a step back. I'll go do something else, and like that feeling of like it's easy to feel like disappointed that you want to play less of this thing that you enjoy, but it's just more that like you've kind of run out of stuff to do, and that's why they have this seasonal model. Is like there's plenty of stuff to do across the 3 months that they've planned it for. I just happen to play it enough that I get a lot of that done early,
yeah.
right? Like I'm not getting everything done on the first couple of days of a season or an event or whatever, but by midway through the season, I mean, at the moment I'm past like season rank 240, I think, and I've done the seasonal seal. I've done a lot of the seasonal challenge stuff. Like I'm 74 out of 75 and really close to a few of them. Um, and that's the thing. Like it's fine to kind of run out of stuff to do and not want to fill the gap right away.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea too to actively kind of seek out different types of games as
Mm.
well. Because you feel burnt out on Destiny or like fatigued on Destiny to be a little bit less because burnout is often associated with pretty dramatic
Yeah.
things, but like you can get a little bit fatigued on Destiny, but then like maybe don't jump into another first person shooter. Maybe explore a game type that you don't tend to play a lot. I haven't played Age of Empires in years. It's not something I usually do, and I jumped into it and I'm having a really good time.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna try Inscription as well, and I don't play deck building games,
Mm.
but it's good to keep your brain moving and learn new skills, especially in gaming. Like, it really doesn't hurt
Mm.
to push yourself into a game category that you normally wouldn't play.
Yeah, and it's the thing I find, with games that have like a big story to them, right? Like I love the Yakuza series. I've not finished many of them because I get to a point where I'm like, these are like 90-hour or 60 to 90-hour like JRPGs, basically. Um, and I get to a point where I'm like, well, for one, I can't play like two games with a really not demanding story, but like where it is very story focused. I can't do more than one of those at a time, or I just give one of them up eventually. But also to go from something like Destiny, where I'm basically putting in hours most days, and then try to jump to another big game like that, that's really hard for me when I'm at this point. Like I'll go, like I said, Inscription and Unpacking are both like really good examples because they're in that sweet spot of like roughly $30, pretty small. They're not gonna like be this huge long tail time investment. It's just like, cool, this might be 4 or 5 hours worth of game. It might be this really tightly curated experience, and it might be something completely different that I, might not play otherwise. Um, and things like tactics games and turn-based combat games like Fire Emblem, I never played before the one that came out on the Switch, right? And that is now like one of the games that I've enjoyed the most since the Switch has come out. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
maybe I should have been playing Fire Emblem this entire time, right? Like, you never, if you just like force yourself into one game or even one type of game, you might be missing out on some really dope shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same. I slept on Hades for a long
Mm.
time. because I don't really play roguelikes, but the closest I'll get to a roguelike is like the Souls series and Bloodborne. Like they're
Yeah.
my jam. But like I'm having a really good time with Hades, and that's not a game type I usually engage in is roguelikes, especially like run after run after run roguelikes. The reason
Yeah.
I like Dark Souls is because it's that big, creepy, expanding, weird
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you know Greek myth, you pretty much know the lore here
Yeah,
for
they're
the
all
most
there.
part.
They're all there.
They're all there. They're all real pretty. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm in the same boat where I was like, I normally don't play these kinds of games, but I've played this game and now it's probably one of my, even though it came out last year, it's my personal one of my games of the year. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, I think the point we're trying to make, I
the
guess,
takeaway.
yeah, like take a break. Like if you're at the point that we're at, I mean, with Destiny or any other game, like go do something else. Like I'm trying to refrain from using the joke I keep seeing of go touch grass, but like even just mix it up. Like try a different game. If you haven't, like, I don't want to, I keep sounding like I'm a fucking ad for Game Pass, but like if you sign up, it's like $1 for the first month or something, and then you just like download a bunch of shit and try it out, and maybe you find something pretty cool that way.
Yeah.
It's a great deal.
I'll gamify Go Touch Grass. Download Pikmin Bloom for your phone.
Oh yeah,
Go for a walk.
get Pokemon Go back out.
Go for a walk.
Yeah,
Go outside for a little bit. No.
yeah,
I think good gaming hygiene, even as an individual, like just behind the scenes as a fire team,
mm.
is something we all believe in, even in raids. Like I've kind of been designated to the fire team's mother goose, and I can round up the duck, the little the goslings, because you'll sometimes get real cranky with each other or clearly fatigued, and I'm the
Yeah.
one
It's been a
who's
while since
usually like,
we've had a
yeah,
moment
but
like
you know what I
that.
mean,
But
like
yeah,
less with each other, more with the actual raid, I think.
yeah. I think we've
But
kind of learned where our lines are of like,
I'm
no, I can
also
tell that you're annoyed at what we're doing, not at me.
I'm also very good at stepping in and being like, "Hey, no, let's
Yes.
listen, like, let's hear each other out, but more importantly, let's go get some water and pee." We're
Yeah.
all getting grumpy. Time
Yeah.
to go get some water.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's also nice that like here in Australia, depending on where you live, restrictions are starting to ease up a bit. So it means that we can go and do more stuff that maybe we weren't able to, and that's why we were playing this game so fucking much. Like I went out last night with Alex, who was on our stream last week, and another person from our group. We went to a pub. We got a Palmer and some beers, and we were there until last drinks. And it was a fucking Wednesday.
One of the other person who was there, I said I was like so jealous of all you guys hanging out because for context, I'm in a different state.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the moment you walked in, Gorillas was playing, and he was like, "It's like Meckie's here in spirit."
Yeah.
It's like I told you all, I'm haunting you.
Actually, though, but yeah, so getting to do stuff like that is also just generally doing a world of good for me.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. If you can hang out with your fire team in person, do
Do that.
that.
Yeah,
Go
it's
have
so good.
if you're over 18 or 21, go have a beer or just go hang out and have a coffee with your fire team in
Yeah,
person
yeah,
because they are people.
yeah. And chances are, if you're anything like us, you're spending a lot of time with them.
They're like your best friends.
Yeah. But okay, to bring it back, Erica Blueberry style to Destiny.
Yes.
I have been doing a little bit of like bits and pieces of cleanup stuff that I always meant to do, and it's only now where I'm like, yeah, I probably should do that actually. So my Titan, obviously 1330 gear score, did that ages ago. Hunter's there now, or was I think maybe a week or two ago. Now just getting the Warlock up. I think I'm maybe on a few bits and pieces off getting that up to 1330 as well. Because one of the things I'm very close to getting is my first ever Conqueror seal, which, if things go well tomorrow, I will get done. It's the Hollowed Lair Devil Slayer, Devil Slayer,
Devil's Lair.
Devil Slayer, and I have to do it with stasis. That'll tick off my last 2 triumphs to get Conqueror for the first time. I used to never want to do. I always thought Grandmasters were just something I'd never get to do, and here I am about to fucking get Conqueror. But I also am going to do it on my Hunter, and that part scares the shit out of me because I don't have like enough exotics with good stats and abilities to put mods into them that like I feel comfortable being able to switch it up if I need to. So I'm doing stuff like going through lost sectors and picking up exotics that I never did, trying to get better rolls. So getting back to like, the legend lost sectors, and those are kind of fun puzzles to an extent. Where I was like, okay, there was one where I needed, it was purely void shields and overloads. I was like, I'm going to finally use the Monarch, Le Monarch for the first time. That bow fucking whips, homie.
Yeah. It's a nice bow.
Yeah, and because like the poison, if you get a precision kill, the poison explodes, and that counts as bow damage and stuns overloads. So like little tricks like that I'm figuring out that I like could have read a guide about, but also just never tried. And that stuff's super fun. And like finally got my Tiku's Catalyst done because I was using that for a lost sector for the same reason of just like slinging those tracking arrows across the room. So stuff like that's really fun, and actually like because it's forcing me to use equipment I've never used, that part is actually really exciting. And I'm like, oh shit, I might actually start running this bow. Or I realized, oh, I actually don't have a lot of void bows. So then I went and farmed in Imperial Needle from Season of the Chosen, which is just a void bow, just to have one, just in case I need it for like a Grandmaster, right? And not wanting to burn an exotic on Le Monarch. So that stuff's been pretty fun. I think I'm still 1 or 2 exotics away from having like all of the armor at least, acquired once. And then I can start working out, okay, these ones I want to try and get good rolls of based on how I play, and maybe I'll keep an eye on the rotations and farm for those. So yeah, that's been a nice little, like, I was doing that at the weekend, like, here's a couple hours, I'm just gonna try to solve these lost sectors, and then, because there's like the getting to the first clear, and then there's repeating that until you get the drop. I think it maybe took me four or 5 to get one of them, and that's pretty good as far as they go sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it on the master where it's like a common drop, but it's a 1350 power lost sector, because that's brutal.
Yeah. I've lost count of how many lost sectors and runs I've done trying to get the necrotic grips. I've completely lost count.
Yeah. Those would actually really suit you too, the way you play. That's the worst part.
Just real gross.
Yeah, well, it's more, they're melee based.
Yeah, I'm a grubby little warlock.
Yeah. And then
sticky little hands.
And like the pairing it has with Thorn is really fun for ad clear.
Yeah, and I love Thorn as a gun. So like the fact that the RNG keeps like
it's no
cursing
good.
me on this one.
I mean, it's a uncommon drop on the 13 the legend, I think.
Yeah, but I've never had good RNG with the lost sectors. Like it took me a lot to get Boots of the Assembler and Mantle of Battle Harmony or whatever it's called. It took me a lot of runs to get that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if
I might get lucky in some raids and drop Vex back to back. Haha.
Fuck off.
But I'm 1,000 lost sectors in and still haven't gotten necrotics, and that's the only exotic I want now.
Yeah, the thing is like they're scored and it'll say like platinum rewards, but I don't know if that actually matters for getting the drop. I don't know how it determines whether or not that you have a chance, or like if that matters.
Yeah. I'll just keep doing lost sectors. I've got a few that I'm very good at this point, so I just wait for them to hit the rotation and go in and then spend half a day on those.
There was one that I remember doing where I would like kill the boss, then there'd be like 2 or 3 more waves of ads, but I would just run off and open the box and run away and hide. And then eventually that worked, but it was just a real painful lost sector, that one. One of the ones on the Cosmodrome where there's like the big hive portal and the giant knight comes through at the end. And that's the boss. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah. that one was pretty painful. But yeah, trying to think what else. Yeah, like I said before, 74 out of 75 for seasonal challenges. I need like 4 more trials wins to get that one done. I'm pretty close to like getting that ascendancy ornament for the Vanguard rank, which is that is a grind of just like I should have done more strikes last week when it was bonus Vanguard points, but I just I didn't play the game that much, and when I was doing other stuff. But yeah, maybe I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 ranks away from getting to it. So that's gonna be one I think where I just chip away at that and eventually get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that takes a while. Get up to, because they've got the activity streak bonus, but it doesn't show it the same way Crucible does, where it's got the little 5 boxes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But it is tracking that in the background. So if you just like run bulk playlist strikes, that's the best you can do. And I imagine Nightfalls and Grandmasters give you more. So knowing that I'm doing a Grandmaster tomorrow, I think before that I might try to run 5 playlist strikes and then go straight into it. I wonder if that'll work. I'm going to try it. Who knows?
No harm in trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Just looking at what else is in the notes. Finally, when you know the little jade rabbit statues on the moon.
Yes.
I was missing 3. It turns out, and I was just looking around Braytech, and they've got like the checklists for all the like lost sectors and region chests and all that stuff, and I was like, how many of those do I have? And then it said 6 out of 9, and then clicked on one of them and it showed me a map and it showed me where they all were. I was like, oh, I forgot Braytech does this.
Yeah.
It's so handy. And it would like give you a little, for all of them, it gave me like an image of kind of the part of the moon that they're in. And for one of them, it basically said, it gave like a text description of where to find it. I think one of them I had to go and look up a guide because it was like, actually, it's more about once you get into the Hellmouth and all the different rooms that connect to each other. And I just couldn't remember how to get into half of those places. And then once I got in there, they're pretty easy to find. They got those fucking purple eyes just like staring at you in the darkness.
Yeah, actually, I can't remember if it was a reward, but I have the Jade Rabbit baby. Yeah, the original Jade Rabbit figure, the one that actually lights up.
Oh, well, like a physical item.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's in storage from ages ago, and I can't remember how I got it. I can't remember if it was just a promotional thing that I got at a convention, or
maybe it
but
was
I
tied
have
to
one that lights up, and I can't for the life of me remember where I got it.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up because it like.
And I think they did it before the rewards program.
Yeah.
So it might have just been a promotional thing.
Yeah, because I know they've done some stuff where it's like if you've unlocked the gun in game, you can then go and buy the thing. But that is part of the Bungie rewards program. Yeah, weird.
I didn't really buy much in terms of Destiny merch until we started all playing together.
There's a bit more attachment to it now.
Yeah. Like I have we call it the Sunset Slam ring.
Yes.
And that's it. Oh, and I've got my like Palladium boots, which you probably can't see, but I've got all of the Destiny Palladium collaborations.
Yeah. That
was
actually, it was kind of nice, but also really funny last night. Like, it rained a whole bunch, and we were going to the pub, and Alex and I both rocked up in our Deepstone Crypt jackets because he just like put a message in the chat like, it's raid jacket time, and I didn't say anything, and I just turned up wearing mine. But he had like the Sunset Slam ring and the Volta Glass ring because his had shown up already. I'm like, damn, I'm not fully dripped out.
That Destiny drip.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I was kind of saying like there are a couple of things from the Bungie store historically that I got just because I wanted them, and this was like back when I was playing solo. And then now that we're doing these things together to unlock them to begin with, I kind of want more of it because there is that attachment of like,
is that deeply sentimental?
Yeah, it's that like reminder that I did this with a particular group of people, and that we worked hard to get there. right? Like, yes, I will go
Yeah.
and spend like what $200 on that fucking raid jacket or whatever it was, plus shipping.
I live in a state where I'll never get to wear it, but it's fine.
Yeah,
We'll go to the snow eventually.
yeah. Actually, I think I got an email. My Vaulted Glass one's in production, or is heading into production soon. And that one's a bit more like just a. It looks like just like a rain jacket or like a really
I have
light kind of thing.
I have regrets. I should have grabbed it too. But I
Yeah,
was like, I'm never gonna wear the DSC jacket, so I'm probably never gonna wear this jacket. And then I actually took a closer look and I was like, I live
yeah.
in a state where we get randomly smashed with tropical storms,
Uh
and
huh.
this thing is waterproof and folds up. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it might have only been water resistant, but it's still a bit more in that style of jacket where it's not this fucking heavy thing that's modeled after like tundra parkas.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll
Yeah.
go to the snow.
Yeah.
We'll make that jacket pay for itself.
Yes. Monetize the jacket somehow.
I was actually, it's funny we talk about this because I was actually, because I get a lot of our stuff that we order shipped to my workplace
Right.
because I don't exactly live in the most secure area
Mm-hmm.
in terms of leaving packages on decks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like chatting to a coworker about it who gets all of our incoming mail, and I gave them a heads up that I've got a few big orders coming. And we were chatting about it, and she asked what I ordered. Rude, mind your own business.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. And I told her about like the jacket and the ring and the other ring and the stuff I order. And we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't know, like all of us having the same rings and the same jacket, like
It's like a
we're
little
all like,
gang.
yeah, we're all super best friends. Like obviously, because we spend hours and hours every week together. But at the same time, I was like, kind of makes us feel like a little gang. Like we're
Yeah.
just the homies. Like we all just roll up on Threadbow in our matching jackets. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're actually suitable to going in the snow,
That's
like
fine.
going to the snow.
Fuck around, find out.
They're made out of, I don't know, lighter materials, I think, than a lot
But you
of
know what I
snow
mean? Like
jackets are.
it's like,
Yeah.
you know, that's how often I've seen snow, as in never seen snow in my life.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Mm.
But, you know, just all of us hanging out together in our jackets with our own little names on them, and it's like a little
Yeah.
cool gang with our rings.
Yeah.
Somehow like Captain Planet and the Planeteers, but even worse.
Those motherfuckers last night. The names on the jackets, they're on like a Velcro patch, right? They've flipped it upside down. And it's just like, come on, man.
Please no bully.
Yeah, but then they pointed it out. They're like, I don't know if you noticed your name's upside down. I'm like, come on, come on, man.
I know the exact person who would have come up with that and orchestrated that, by the way.
Yeah.
That has the energy of one of our friends.
Uh huh.
Just to casually be like, hey, your name's on upside down.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh man. Anything? I honestly don't think there's much more Destiny
No,
related
we've
this
got
week. We got Iron Banner.
I
Actually,
IB.
the Iron Banner armor glow stuff is really fucking cool.
It's very nice. I've been grinding to try and get something for my Warlock.
Yeah, I might have one or two pieces, but I just burnt it because it was bad stats. But they just like stealth drop that. I feel like.
I didn't know about it until Alex was like, yo, the glow on the IB stuff is really nice, and
Yeah.
sent a picture, and I was like, wait, what? Since
Yeah,
when?
yeah. Since this week, like they just kind of said, like, okay, if you're wearing Iron Banner armor and it's Iron Banner weekend, it'll basically look like it's on fire in the little Iron Banner logo. And I think it's just chest and arms because that's the only place where it shows up on the armor. Maybe class
Yes.
item. But
No, I know probably not with the Warlock because the Warlock's
it's just a
class
little
items
bond.
tend to be like the Bond, but I
Yeah.
don't think we have the IB logo on any of the Bond stuff.
No.
I'm pretty certain it's just similar to the trial stuff where it's like the iconography of the
Yeah.
kind of aesthetic.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks super dope. Like I haven't like you, I haven't got any for myself, but I've seen a few images and videos going around of like people who've already made some fucking fashion around this thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very cool.
That's one thing I'm gonna have to set myself like a goal to do is maybe this weekend and tonight,
Try and get some armor.
maybe tomorrow. try and unlock some armor so I can check out what that glow looks like on the warlocks, because I haven't seen any warlocks really showing it off or talking about it, or
Yeah.
even in the tower.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to find out what it's like.
Yeah. I also
Fuck around with it.
kind of want to finally finish that Iron Banner quest, like the seasonal quest. Because I got it
Yeah.
up to, I think, step 4 out of 5, and it's the one where it's like get sidearm kills in Iron Banner. And for me, that is a struggle. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get necrotics and then just do it with
yeah,
it'd just be real garbage.
I mean, I have got a lot more comfortable running Traveler's Chosen, which is a really interesting sidearm. It feels really nice to use, so I might try running that again. I've got a couple other ones that I actually like, but they're not really PvP builds. There's one that I've got which I love because it's got Sympathetic Arsenal. So if I'm running that, I think it's one of my kinetic ones. If I'm running that and like Xeno or something with a massive reload time, just get a little ad kill with a sidearm, reload it, everything's done. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just bye.
Yeah, the most cooked version of that is I've got a bow with Sympathetic Arsenal. It's got a magazine size of 1. You fire a shot, get a kill.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, as long as you get that arrow, as long as the arrow loads in before you switch weapon, it reloads everything. It's fucking dope.
Oh, that's so goofy. I love it.
Yeah. Because I dropped it and I was like, surely not. Surely it doesn't work the way I think it works. And
It do.
Yeah, it definitely do. It's such a weird thing.
It do be doing what it do.
It do that. So maybe I need to go like bow plus sleeper simulant plus, I don't know, well, probably another fusion rifle because that's what I'm doing a lot in this season. But that is starting to get in the territory of like running double fusion rifles plus a bow. That's like weird range problems. And like they're all charge weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was doing that in
speed plus shot speed plus
I was doing that in one of the lost sectors where I was running bow double fusions, and it's just like I can't just shoot something. It's all charge time. It sucked.
And also, if you miss, get wrecked.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. That's why I'm such a fan of lead from gold special weapons, because then you only need to worry about one set of ammo mods, and then it will just like feed everything else. So there's been times where I've run 2 special ammo weapons because they've both got lead from gold. Yeah. And then all I do is run ammo finders for the heavy. And the worst part is when your heavy's full, I'll just fire 1 shot and then go pick up some ammo and don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I like doing goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
It works for me. Might not be top tier meta builds, but I like the idea that, oh, I have to fire off a Xeno round so I can pick up another Xeno round and reload all my other guns.
I can't. When it comes to meta builds, I can't really talk. I play with Gnawing Hunger and unpowered melee everything.
Yeah, there's a real spectrum at play here. I feel like I'm somewhere near the middle. You're off one end.
You're more up the technical end of things, and I'm just down in the bottom, just being an absolute goblin.
Down in the fucking mud, just like
under the bridge, stuff. Being a gremlin.
Actually, though.
Or as you called me, a fucking gremlin.
Yeah.
On a regular occasion, you call me a fucking gremlin.
Yeah, you're chasing me around. What else are they going to call you?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yes. Yeah, some nice chill Destiny time. We've got 5 resets, I think it is, until we hit the December 7th 30th anniversary kickoff, whatever that ends up being and looking like.
Yeah,
that's
which exciting. I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I've also been seeing on Twitter stuff from Halo, because they're hitting their like 20-year anniversary, and the stuff that they're putting into the Master Chief Collection is fucking goofy and fan service, and I love it. Like, there's one fucking cosmetic item that is the original Xbox just strapped to the Master Chief back.
Amazing.
Just sitting there. I'm like, what are you doing? I need to install the Master Chief Collection and see the shit for myself, I feel like.
Oh yeah, I'm fully anticipating Bungie to have, some Easter eggs that are gonna tug at our little
Yeah.
nostalgia heartstrings. Just
Yeah.
just judging by the Witch Queen announcement and 30
Yeah.
year announcement that they did, I think they're fully
Yeah.
gonna fuck with our nostalgic heartstrings.
Like, I hate myself for this, but I feel like I need to go and like drop a bunch of money on some silver ahead of time and just be like, okay, fuck me up. Let's go. I
Yeah,
want this.
yeah,
It's like it's gonna happen because these games have been a lot of my life as a gamer has involved Bungie products.
yeah.
Uh,
It's
so
the same
yeah.
reason it's the same reason I'm considering, buying some of the 30th anniversary stuff because I
Mm,
have so much stuff that's, like, iconically Destiny,
mm,
including clothing, like, I've got the Trials jersey and the
yeah.
Moments of Triumph and the Saint charity shirt and stuff like that,
Hmm.
but, like, I don't have anything that says like, I have stuff that says, "Hey, I'm proud to play this game," but, like, I don't have a lot of stuff that says, "Hey, yo, I really love this developer, though."
Yeah.
And I think I do wanna pick up some of the 30th anniversary stuff with just Bungie logos all over
Mm,
it because I do wanna be like, "Hey, I'm actually honored and very proud to say, 'Hey, I support this developer. This developer's done a lot for me as a person.'"
yes.
You know, I kinda came into Halo and that kind of thing a little bit later because I wasn't as fortunate when it came to getting consoles.
Hmm.
So the only way I could play was with a partner's Xbox at the
Right.
time or at LANs,
Yeah.
but Halo is some of my first LAN experiences in my life, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I do
Yeah.
wanna be like, "Hey, this oddly enough, this developer has been in my life for a very long time,
Yeah.
even if just in the background."
Dude, when they were like making reference to like the 20th anniversary of Halo, and I remember getting the first Halo on the first Xbox as I don't know, it would have been like, well, if it's 20, I would have been about 11 or 12. Um, just fucking outing my age, but yeah, I remember getting that and just being like, what the fuck is video games? I had a PS1 before this. Um, and like I dabbled here, and like I think we spoke about this after the showcase where they had all those montages and stuff. Like I dabbled with Marathon on, it was like a Mac computer we had as a family because that's where they ran at the time. I like played it, but I was too young to really like get it to the point where I could play through the whole thing. And I think we only had like demos of them too. But yeah, I've been playing Bungie games most of my life, which feels really fucking weird to say.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at our game store, EB. Not really doxing to say I worked at an EB Games.
There's heaps of them. Pick one.
But, like, one of my first weeks at EB was for, I think, Halo 3 or
Hmm.
Halo 4 launch, and that was massive. And, like, so, that's the child of Bungie because it was 343 by that point, but
Well, 4 was, 3 was still them.
yeah, it must have been 3 then. Yeah, I think it was 3 because I did a whole bunch of pre-orders, which wasn't hard.
Hmm.
And Bungie was like, "Hey, yo, you sold a bunch of Xboxes and a bunch of pre-orders. Here's a whole bunch of Halo stuff."
Man,
Yeah, like, and it wasn't even really like a EB was like, "Here's a incentive to make
mm,
everyone hit KPIs." It was just like
after the
just
fact.
out of nowhere, the top 3 pre-order performers in the country were gifted these massive gift boxes from Bungie.
Yeah,
Like, I came
geez.
into work and my boss was like, "Hey, there's something here for you." And I was like, "What the hell?" And it had an Xbox, what would have been, what, 360
Yeah,
at that
yeah, for
time?
3.
Had a 360, a controller, I've got a PlayArts Kai Figma, super highly detailed Master Chief,
Hmm.
like, thing on my shelf, which you can't see, that came out of that. Shirts, bottles, like, they were just like, "Hey,
Yeah,
thanks for doing the damn thing. Here's just a whole bunch of merch out of nowhere completely unprompted."
yeah, dope.
Yeah, so, like, Bungie has always been incredibly generous, and I'll always think of them fondly because they are a generous company when you
Mm,
look at everything they do and how they actually support their content creators as well, and so I'm excited to celebrate their 30th.
yeah.
They're as old as me.
I'm older than a whole game studio. I mean,
Bungie's turning 30, me too! Oh, wow! We're
which
both millennial women.
yeah, which fucking 30-year-old white woman is Bungie turning into though?
The good sort.
Which one is that? I struggle
Um,
to remember.
the one that is just vibing.
Okay.
It's just like, "Oh, you play games? Cool, come play games with us."
Yeah, dope. Okay.
"Oh, yeah, this social justice thing has come up. Let me actually do something about it. Like,
Yeah,
let me
actually.
put let me put, like, my words into action." They're
Yeah,
that
okay.
one.
Okay. The real
They're
case thing.
Bungie's everyone's cool aunt.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna need to spend some time thinking about that characterization and turn it over in my head, see how it feels. But I like the sound of it. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to think of all the implications of Bungie being a cool aunt.
cool aunt.
Uh, I think on that note, we should probably get up on out of here.
Yes.
There's not a lot else going on, except maybe some things other than Destiny, and maybe a little bit here and there.
Which is okay.
It is okay, and that's the point.
You're allowed to take a break.
You can do literally anything else if you want to.
Be kind on yourself.
All of the above. Thank you for tuning in to Erico Blueberry once again. Um, hit those buttons down below. Drop us some words. Maybe tell us what you're gonna do that isn't Destiny. How about
Oh
that?
my god, yes. Please tell us what games you're playing at the moment other than Destiny.
Yes. Or I don't know which pubs you're going to, or anything like that. Just anything. Say hi. Simple request. Um, yeah, that'll do it. We'll catch you next time. Bye.